What's going on, guys? R.I.Pierre here, using that max power return on YouTube as usual, and today we have the Week 6 GPC match Grand Pokemon Conference with my VCU Reshirams going up against Richie's Livwurmple FC. I've recorded this like 3 times already, and I've screwed up every time, but I'm just gonna leave this in. Anyways, so if you want to go check out Richie, his links will be in the description, both his Twitter and his YouTube channel. He's actually in a different league as well called the Battle Union, which is starting soon, so I would advise you guys go support him. Anyways, so I don't have much time to talk, or I keep failing, oh my goodness. But yeah, I don't have too much time to talk, so I really can't do much in the way of team preview, I guess. But I do know what each of my mons does. I'm fairly certain on what each of his mons does too, so I'm gonna do the best of my ability to speak based on this. I'll probably have like screenshots of our teams from the GPC spreadsheet on as laid over the battle right now, because I really don't have the time to go ahead and do all of that stuff right now. Plus, I'm still missing the files for my layout and things like that, and Paint.net has not been cooperating. So, keeping all of that in mind, I do apologize for the shorter upload. Also, it's kind of last minute. We had our Battle of the Date supposed to be uploaded, so I mean, I don't know, that's my fault. It's my fault for not communicating, etc, etc. But, yeah, so, my team, what it's looking at, I have my Mega Altaria, of course, with Dragon Dance, Roost, Fire Blast, and Return. I have Fire Blast specifically because he does have that Skarmory and Fire Blast as a 2-hit KO, and that's very nice to have around. Next up, we have Christina, my Choice Specs Meloetta. Oh yeah, Wendy's the Altaria, yeah, of course. So next up, we have Christina, my Meloetta, with I did Assault Vest this time, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I did Assault Vest because it's one of the reliable things I have that can help me out against Togekiss and Venusaur, in case you were to bring those, and he definitely decided to bring those. So, Assault Vest with Psychic, Thunderbolt, what are the last 2 moves? Hyper Voice, and I believe it wasn't Shadow Ball, last one, and Focus Blast. So yeah, that was it for me. I could have run Specs, and it probably would have been very, very effective, considering well, the damage you're about to see my Thunderbolts do on his Togekiss in the near future. But I just decided that Assault Vest would have been all around more useful in the grand scheme of things throughout the entire battle. Next up, we have Tornadus, my Assault Vest Tornadus T, which is my set of preference for the most part. I think I might actually take a screenshot of this set because it's different. Because the fastest Pokemon on his team is Infernape, regardless of like Scarf and things like that, I actually decided to make my speed just 1 higher than that, which allowed me to put in a lot of special attack investment and still have a good amount of HP investment as well, so I could hit harder and I could last longer, basically. That's what she said. Anyways, next up we have Scarf Emboar, which is probably one of the hardest hitters on my team, with Flare Blitz, Head Smash, I want to say Rock Smash, Head Smash, what else, Super Power, and Sucker Punch, because I'm not making that mistake again, and because if I had Sucker Punch on Emboar right now, I would be a 4-1 team, okay, I guess that gave it away. I would be a never mind, I didn't give anything away. I'd be a 4-1 team going into this week instead of a 3-2 team, so that's my fault. And yeah, so next we have Fortress, a base, or yeah, that's what I named it. This one had Toxic Spikes. No, wrong, I'm thinking about it's a different battle. Oh my goodness, I apologize in advance. I really don't have the time though. It's my fault. It's really my fault. But after today, I should be okay. Anyways, going back to this. This is my Stealth Rock, Rapid Spin, Volt Switch, and Spikes on this Fortress. Just because, or actually no, I have Gyro Ball as well, because I was actually fearing his Rampardos having Rock Polish Head Smash, which would have sucked a lot. So yeah, I was scared of that. And yeah, so last but not least, we have Wireless, my Virizion, Viri, and she is just chilling there with a Life Orb, Swords Dance, Zen Headbutt, Stone Edge, and Close Combat. Zen Headbutt was mainly for Venusaur, so because at +2, I do believe it's close to a 2-hit KO, and he can't KO me in return with a Sludge Bomb at all. So yeah, that's really it for my team. Now let's go ahead and look at Richie's team. So he decided to bring, out of his mons, he decided to bring Venusaur, Infernape, Skarmory, Milotic, and Togekiss. And Rampardos. Wow, I completely ignored its existence for a second there. Anyways, so Mega Venusaur I was pretty much I assumed was going to come, which is why Meloetta is vested instead of Specs, because I can stay in on it. And basically Meloetta does wreak havoc on his team, and barring predicted switch or something like that, could pretty much do work to everything. If I decide to Specs it, I 2-hit KO everything on his team with one move, so it's cool. But then he decided to bring Infernape, and I was looking at my team after that. I was like, wow, I don't have anything that switches into Infernape, because if his Infernape turns out to be Scarfed, it literally destroys everything on the team, except for Altaria, and Altaria has its fair share of issues. Has its fair share of issues with this team. And yeah, Infernape in general was a problem for me. I really had nothing for it. Tornadus maybe, as long as he's not Scarfed, but you'll see what happens. So next up, he has Skarmory, which I pretty much assumed was coming as well. I expected it to be like Stealth Rock Defog. I expected Iron Head because of my Mega Altaria, and Brave Bird in the last slot. So I expected him to have Roost at least in one slot. So I don't know, but that Skarmory was definitely going to be an issue. I did have both Felipe and Fire Blast on Altaria, as well as Thunderbolt on Meloetta, which could all do a good amount of damage to this Skarmory. And well, I think Meloetta actually KOs it, so or would KO it. Anyways, moving on. In the Forest Dahlia's Milotic, I wasn't completely expecting it, but when I was looking at the last slot for my team, I noticed that it was kind of problematic for me. So I decided to put Virizion there so that I would have some grass coverage just in case he decides to bring Rampardos, which he does, and I would be able to use forget it, because fighting is super effective to it as well. But grass would be helpful for Milotic, and the move pool the move set I would be able to run a Virizion. I could force Milotic out and basically hit anything else I wanted to very well. In fact, Virizion actually does work to pretty much every member of his team with the moveset I have for it. So at +2, nothing really lives. Venusaur can't switch in and then take a Zen Headbutt. Everything else just dies to a move like Stone Edge for Togekiss. Infernape gets KO'd by Stone Edge or Close Combat. Milotic +2 close combat, I'm pretty sure, or Leaf Blade. Alright, I didn't have Leaf Blade, excuse me. Wow, I completely screwed up. Anyways, Togekiss is the next mod he's going to decide to bring. And I was expecting T-Wave Air Slash, getting the Paraflinch. But yeah, he does end up being the T-Wave set. I really don't know if he had Air Slash at all, to be completely honest, because he didn't he never used it, if he did. And then last but not least, we have Rampardos, which is very, very threatening to my team, and pretty much OHKOs anything it wants to, including Fortress. So keeping Fortress sturdy would have been nice. I think I kind of forgot about it for a minute there in the battle. But anyways, that's it for the preview, and now we are going to go ahead and go into the battle. Now, I do apologize again because I don't have anything, and I will be back in just a second, and we will take care of this replay. Alright, so here we are. I do apologize for the lag. There's going to be a bit of lag. Anyways, so he's going to send out Mixtape, his Infernape, straight away. Like I said in the team preview, this thing is very, very threatening to my team, and I really needed to take care of it immediately. So, he turns out to be a Scarfed Infernape and goes for the Thunder Punch. Iron Fist boosted, I would assume, and my Hurricane connects, and instantly I feel less threatened because it's gone. So he's going to go into his Milotic here. I'm actually going to go ahead and U-turn out just so I can get a little bit of damage off on it while I go again and get my Regenerator boost. I'm going to Fortress here as he goes for Scald, and it does 50%. I mean, like, wow. I was like, this probably has some special attack investment. he's gonna go ahead and go for Scald again, and I'm just gonna go ahead and get my Stealth Rock up because I thought it would be pretty useful to have around, especially for his Togekiss. When at this point I realized that my Fortress is absolutely useless, so I'm gonna go ahead and go to Altaria here because I can go ahead and just Mega Evolve. I go for Return straight away, and it doesn't KO it, as he goes for Ice Beam, and it does 69% to my Altaria. That is just, it's too much. It's too much damage. So, Wendy's going to go ahead and take out Bat, so he's going to go into Skarmory here now, and I decide to go for Roost, just in case he wants to defog the rocks away this turn. And he goes for Iron Head, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to sacrifice you for the greater good. I just need to keep my Emboar Felipe around later. So I go for Fire Blast on the Skarmory. I do connect, and he goes for Defog this turn instead of taking out my Altaria, which actually is a pretty good decision on his part because Togekiss now doesn't really care about anything, as he does go ahead and go into that Togekiss now. Now, we might have been in a speed tie. I had no idea what his spread was. One, we could have been in a speed tie, and two, Altaria could just not KO it. So, either way, it's not a favorable result for me. So I'm going to go ahead and save Altaria now, since he's given me the opportunity to do so, and go into Tornadus T. I did expect the T-Wave, but nothing else really wants to take it, except maybe Meloetta, but that's about it. So going for Dazzling Gleam on my Tornadus T, as I go for Knockoff just to get the leftovers off of his Togekiss and take away some of his longevity. This time I'm going to decide to go into Meloetta here because she does have the Assault Vest as well. I've got 2 Vesters. So I'm going to go ahead and go for T-Bolt on it. Just 38%. That is Assault Vested. The Assault Vested Meloetta did 38% with T-Bolt on Togekiss, which is like very heavily specially defensive. So I was thinking maybe he had some investment. He had physically defensive investment along with a bit of special attack and HP. So he's going to go ahead and paralyze my Meloetta here. I could have switched out here and gone into Emboar and hit him up with a Head Smash, but I was like, forget it. So Dazzling Gleam does 15% again. He's just going to keep doing that. I go for Psychic because I want to try to get the special defense drop, but I don't. So I decided to go into Emboar here, predicting him to go for Roost, as he does decide to do that, which is great. So I now hit pretty much anything I want to. And he's going to go ahead and go into Skarmory here as I go for the safe Head Smash because it's a 2-hit KO on pretty much everything on his team at this point, and that takes him out. So I actually calced how much a Reckless Head Smash would do to his Rampardos, and I really just wanted to make sure that I would actually have an opportunity to use Emboar later on and not just get myself killed. If Rampardos had taken Stealth Rock damage, I would have had a chance to KO it, but it wasn't worth it. So I'm going to go into Virizion here, as he does go for the Rock Polish. I'm very, very scared here because Virizion actually does not possess a really nice defense stat. It has really nice special defense, but defensively not really. And I was really fearing that a Head Smash from a Rampardos would do a ton of damage and possibly KO me. In fact, I'm probably going to go calc this afterwards, and I'll put the calc underneath here because he does say it does have a chance to KO. So I'll go see afterwards just how close it was. So he's going to go ahead and go for the Head Smash here, and it leaves me at 9% as he loses 44% plus Life Orb. That was a Life Orb stab Head Smash, and Virizion barely takes it, and she's going to be able to take out this Rampardos, sacrificing herself in the process because of the Life Orb. So I'm going to go back into Wendy here, as he does go out into Venusaur. I probably should have gone into Meloetta. That would have been my better choice there. But I'm going to decide to go into Tornadus T here and take the Sludge Bomb. I don't really take it, I guess. But I'm going to go ahead and go for Hurricane, and as usual, I miss. So, yeah, that's just how it goes. It's how it goes. It's how life works. So I'm going to go back into Christina here. We're just going to be playing around this for like the next 6-7 turns. It's going to be me hitting him with Thunderbolts and getting paralyzed, as well as him hitting me with Dazzling Gleams, me getting paralyzed, me hitting him with Thunderbolts, and life. So yeah, the payback. My Serene Grace Thunderbolts finally kick in, and I get the paralysis on his Togekiss, excuse me. And I'm going to be able to leave him at 22%, which is really, really great, because now I can go into my Emboar here. And, I go into Altaria actually first. And I'm going to go ahead and click Return. It's gonna go do a decent amount of damage to his Venusaur here. 25% isn't bad. I'm gonna go ahead and switch back out into Tornadus T, as it's the most expendable member of my team at the moment, as Emboar does just clean up if I can keep it around. I really want this Hurricane, but he does get the min-max there. Well, I guess the max of the min, or whatever. You know what I'm saying. So I'm gonna go ahead and Flare Blitz, as it does a 2-hit KO on this, and he doesn't have anything that would KO me in return. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and hit his Togekiss on as he switches out, excuse me, with a Flare Blitz, and I'm going to be able to hit his Venusaur as it switches back in with a Flare Blitz, and that is going to be the end of the battle. A really good Week 6 match against Richie and his Livwurmple FC, and it was great to get back on track because we are now back to our winning ways, I guess. But yeah, I do hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to hit that like button. If you're new, hit subscribe, and for those of you who are interested, go check out Richie. He's got some big stuff going on coming up soon, so go follow him on Twitter and subscribe to him. His links will be in my description, and I will see you all tomorrow with an OU live, so I will catch you guys later. Until we meet again, alright, peace out. Later. Sorry for rushing through this. I really do apologize. I don't have much time. I probably have like another minute, I guess. I barely beat it out. So I will catch you guys later.